Hello everyone, Joe Flow Show 21 here. I'm back with another exciting Clash Royale video. And today we're finally going to be talking about the balance changes for season, what is it, 72 now? Man, that's crazy. So let's make sure to talk about it. Leave a like, subscribe. Let's do this. Boss Bandit is getting a nerf, so it's going to 2,803 to 2,721. That's minus 3%. I think, and we can basically all agree with this. No hard feelings. It needs a bigger nerf, okay? Even in the comments when I saw this post, the only thing I saw was nerf the prince, nerf the boss bandit, surprisingly buff the dark prince because I was really surprised with that. And then some people were saying that Rune Giants still suck after this change, but you can already see that Boss Bandit just needed a bigger nerf. It should have been like a 6% nerf, but they only did 3%. But hey, it's still getting a nerf at the end of the day, so you got what you want, okay? Lightning is getting a nerf, but it's not as harsh as the last nerf they did try to give. So it was going to be minus 17%, but they changed it to minus 10%. So it's going to 318 to 286. I still think this is actually a not bad of a nerf. I feel like the only reason why they nerf it is because of the witch evolution, and I still think it's like I don't understand why they did it, but hey, they choose what they want to choose. Overall, I don't think it's gonna actually make the card bad. I still think it's gonna be one of the best spells, so I'm completely fine with it. But Goblin Hut is getting a nerf, not one but two. So hit points getting nerf minus 6% right there, so it's going to 1,305 to 1,228. I think it's actually needed a nerf, but I was surprised they actually give it a double nerf from its hit points. So overall, I think it is a nice change. But the spawn will also nerf too, so it's going to 1.7 to 1.8 seconds, minus 6%. Now, I did talk about this on my last video, and honestly, I feel like they shouldn't nerf the just spawn itself. But again, maybe with this change, it can actually make the card actually balance. So you never know. But I'm surprised they actually give it a double nerf. So Ice Spirit Evolution is getting still a big nerf. I still think it's a big nerf, honestly. Ice Blast damage goes to 163 to 110, minus 33%. I still think it's a big nerf because this is definitely going to change many interaction changes, especially for the mini troops that usually die from both of the icy blast damage. So now they will still survive. So you can already see that you can't really give much positive electricity. You're probably going to have to zap it or throw another spirit just so you can actually officially kill it. But again, I still think it's going to be more of a balanced evolution. I hope it doesn't kill the evolution itself. But the witch evolution is getting another nerf from its heal per skeleton, 73 to 64. That's a minus 12%. Again, I think this is needed. It's the best evolution still, and just overall, I hate the card, honestly, just because it gets really annoying when you first hit it. But Supercell, why you have to give this card a legit evolution that it literally kills the game? But you can't really do anything once people start using lightning, and now lightning is the best spell because of doing this. So hopefully this will actually change it, honestly. That'll be fun. But Goblin Demolisher is getting a buff, so its lifetime after 50% is going to 8 seconds to 10 seconds right there. That's a plus 25%. I think overall that's a great buff, and I think this will actually bring the Goblin Demolisher officially back after all of this, nerfs it did got. And finally with the buffs too, I think you can definitely say that I think it will be back. Well, what I say is going to be like an A tier. I don't think so. I think it's going to be like a B tier card as best, and just overall, it depending on the meta, I think overall you could definitely say that you will be using it time to time, because that lifespan of 8 seconds to 10 seconds definitely could make a change difference. So overall, I'm completely fine with this. Cannon card is getting above to another HP buff actually. So it's going to 1,730 to 1,809 plus 5% right there. Ooh, how can I say this? I think it's a great buff. I just feel like it should have been damage, honestly. Damage increase. I don't know. Just in my opinion, just because I think that's what make the cannon card more special. But at the same time, definitely before the rework, it was definitely a B tier card. And a lot of people were saying now it's like a D tier, maybe even an F tier card, even with the rework. But hopefully with this change, it will actually make the card better. But I don't think it's going to make it much better. But, man, I need to stop saying but. God dang it. Oh, let's go. Let's go. I feel I'm gonna be better. It's gonna be better, okay? So, Little Prince is getting a buff, but oh, that's funny. But God dang it, I can't say Dodge, dang it. It was gonna be a Little Prince damage buff, but they changed it to a Guardian damage. So it's going to 199 to 202. That's a plus 2% right there. But also the charge damage is going to 207 to 230. Plus 11% right there. I think overall this is definitely a great Little Prince buff. And also, just want to tell you guys that now the Guardian will one-shot goblins itself, but at the same time, the charge damage will also one-shot spirits too. So definitely, I definitely would say that is a great buff overall. Wizard Evolution is getting above, so the shield explosion damage is going to 230 to 281, plus 22%. This is a great buff. Honestly, I was really surprised they give it a buff like this. It was really great. I think overall, definitely needed. It's one of the worst evolution by far. And with this change, it might actually bring it to like a C tier, honestly. So I'm completely fine with that. But the Rune Giant is also getting another hit points buff. I think, yeah, I think so. So it's going to 2,508 to 2,662 plus 6%. I just don't think it's going to make a huge difference. I really don't think so. I feel it should have been on plus 10%, honestly. So it make it more of like a tanky win condition instead of more of just enhancement, and that's all. But hopefully with this changes, it actually make it better. Hunter, just a Hunter itself, going to first hit time is going to 0.8 second to 0.7 second. That's a minus 13%. I think it is needed. It's one of those pretty niche cards that if you are using it without the giant, I think it just falls off right there. But with this change, I definitely would say that you will be using Hunter. But, of course, they had to nerf the evolution itself. So, with the first hit time, of course, it's going to 0.8 second to 0.7 second, minus 13%. It is changing the net duration. Is going to 4 seconds to 3 seconds, minus 25%. And also, the net cooldown is going to 4 seconds to 5 seconds. Plus 25%. I think that is a nice change, but honestly, to be basically real, I think it should have been a executioner nerf too. I just think the damage output from that double damage make a huge difference. So I feel like they should have toned down that double damage to like an 80% instead of 100% double damage. But that's just in my opinion. Overall, I definitely say this is definitely probably one of their best balance changes in a while. And just overall, cards that I think it still needed a bigger nerf. Of course, bot spanner right there. But at the same time, I feel like they should have buffed the Wizard Evolution a bit more and the Rune Giant more too. I feel like if they was adding something like the Hunter Evolution, they should have added the Prince. Yes. Okay, honestly, I know I made a video of hot take that I don't think Prince needs some nerf, but at the end of the day, you gotta give the community what they want, okay? We still want our season shot back after you took it from us, so I'm just saying. But make sure to leave a like, subscribe. I see you guys next time.